So we're back with more Agatha Christie Murder on the Orient Express. We're in Chapter 2, right next to second class. We're gonna find out what keeps happening to wake us up during the night. Should go to the dining car and have breakfast. Okay. Ah, it is very... Oh, right. Snow is very bright.
Yes.
The train still hasn't left.
I feel like this is Mike's hell.
Yeah, it just looks like wintertime.
Being stuck because of snow. No... Not able to move anywhere.
Oh, I don't give a fuck as long as I can. As long as I don't have to be outside in it.
The train is
That's the part
completely
that sucks.
trapped because of the avalanche. Hopefully, not for too long.
Yeah, you ain't going anywhere in that.
What do you want? Yeah,
Kitty
man.
came to say hi since you got home from work.
Did you ping the Discord?
No, I put the thing in there. Did I, Tenchi, did I let everyone know? Because you can ping them for me. It is a nice train, at least. I wonder if it gets Wi-Fi since it's modern day.
Probably. It's 2023 and you have a cell phone. Like an iPhone, a modern cell phone, so...
At some point in these games, they have to address why this man is immortal. Go ahead, ping everybody. I know
This
Delectra
delay
wanted to see
is
more of this.
intolerable. I am supposed to be demonstrating the Firenze in Paris in 2 days.
Ah, your electric car. Yes, that's bad luck.
Bad luck? If I miss that demonstration, I'll be in deep trouble.
Just text your people in Paris and warn them.
Of course I tried that, but there is no network service in these mountains.
Oh, that answered my damn question.
Yeah, I was gonna. Well,
My daughter
it means
said
that
it would be the
yeah,
easiest
actually, that
way
would
in
mean
the
no
world.
internet either.
Just sit on the train until I got to Paris. And now we may
Shame
be
you
here
don't
for
have
days,
Starlink.
and my boat
I
sails
was
the
about to
day
make that
after
joke.
tomorrow. How am I going to catch it now? I can't even send an email to cancel it. Ah, I'm just too mad to talk about it.
My colleagues were to meet me in Paris. They will wonder what has happened to me. I can get no words to them. What will they think? We have refugees to
You're a
help.
whore?
You're helping refugees, so yeah, you are.
Good morning, madam. The snow is a predicament, is it not?
I am Russian. Snow is no stranger to me.
Ah, the accent. Would it be St. Petersburg?
You are very perceptive. Monsieur Poirot, is it not?
And may I take it, I have the honor of addressing Princess Natalia Dragomirov.
We dispense with the old titles these days. My husband, all of my past, was taken from me by these Stalinists. When they were gone, I became director of the St. Petersburg Museum of Antiquities to restore and preserve what I can of my country's history.
Still, the delay must be vexing.
If I must be late for my appointments, then they will wait.
I know that I would certainly wait, madame. It has been my extreme pleasure to make your acquaintance, madame.
Au revoir, Monsieur Poirot.
Huh!
About the history, yeah. Like,
Mademoiselle, you're
pretty
not
much since
concerned
World War
about
I,
the
it's been a
train
shit
stopping?
show.
What can one do?
Indeed, this does not make the train move. You have great strength to remain calm at a time like this.
I know one far, far stronger than I.
And that is?
Well, that old lady, for instance. You have probably noticed her. She just has to lift her little finger and ask for something in a polite voice, and the whole train runs.
It runs also for my friend Monsieur Bouc, but that is because he is a director of the line, not because he has a masterful character.
You don't have to have a strong will when you have power. But I suspect I did not need to tell you that, Mr.
Poirot.
Mr. Poirot.
You just seem like a bitch. Also, Russia and shit show just go hand in hand. Look at their navy. It was one of the best things to learn about.
Oh, what? The fact that they have one aircraft carrier that hasn't left dry dock in like 4 years?
Yep.
And one of the only modern subs they had, they destroyed because of gross negligence?
Yep.
Good morning, Mr. Fauché. You have early customers, I see.
Yes, I am stuck serving here as well at breakfast. Everyone is impatient. They keep complaining that the train is not moving. As if I could get out and push it.
It's too early for me to order a
Maybe you
boxcar. That is the appropriate drink, I believe.
A gin, triple sec, lemon and grenadine mix. A drink for a train indeed.
But not perhaps for my breakfast. I think I will settle for an omelette.
Good luck, sir.
I would drink that with
Miss
breakfast.
Nielsen is helping to serve in the dining car.
I like triple sec. I'd drink that with breakfast.
Well, you guys wanted to know when we were going back to this game. Don't you get mad at Tenchi. I let him do it.
How long are we expected to be stranded here?
It won't do much good complaining to me. That fellow there
Shut
with
up,
the moustache,
Bosley.
he may know something.
Excusez-moi, sir.
Yes?
Monsieur Book asks for you to join him in compartment 203.
Waiting for an omelet, you ass clown.
Look here, Poirot. Can you tell us anything?
I can
Snow
tell
sucks
you
and
the
we're stuck.
snow, it will not move aside on its own.
Of course. But you obviously have some influence with Book.
I am going to see him now. I will ask him if he has any information.
What the fuck do you want us to do? Magically move the snow?
Yes. He's
You're a
rich
military
person.
man.
That's
Go
not-
do it for us.
The rich guy?
No, the other guy. That guy's military.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was the rich guy for a second.
Yeah, no, it is actually curious why he's not with the rich guy right now.
Because the rich guy is abusive and douchey.
This is true.
And maybe he stabbed the shit out of him last night and left him in his room because he finally snapped.
I could see it. Okay, just checking something.
Snowpiercer wished it was this. Yeah, no. Snowpiercer probably wished it was a normal train that didn't
My
have
good
to
friend,
deal with
come
death.
in. We have need of you.
What has occurred?
A passenger lies dead in his bed, stabbed.
A passenger? Which passenger?
In there. He's an American, a man called Ratchet. It was his valet,
that
Masterman, who
one,
was
didn't
worried that Mr. Ratchet was not awake yet. Pierre Michel, the conductor, decided to break in and found the body.
I see. Well, my friend, I think it is best not to touch anything and wait for the police to arrive.
Oh, I tried to call the police, but there is no cell tower for many kilometers. We could be stuck in the snow for hours. The murderer is with us. On the train, now! The sooner we catch him, the sooner we'll be out of danger. The Dr. Constantine is already examining the body.
Mon ami, this is not a missing train ticket. We must follow procedure. We must wait for the police to secure the crime scene.
Please, Poirot. I will take full responsibility.
Book, you ask. Well, if we cannot contact the outside world, then... Oh, you are going to drive me crazy. In truth, this problem intrigues me. I was reflecting not half an hour ago that many hours of boredom lay ahead whilst we are stuck here. And now, a problem lies ready to my hand.
You accept then?
C'est entendu. You place the matter in my hands.
Maybe I should be more specific on the kind of death. Eating babies. That is not happening in this game. But that
I am
happens on
Dr.
Snowpiercer.
Constantine.
Forgive me, Doctor. You are a medical examiner?
No, but I have assisted in post-mortems at Nairobi Hospital, where I am a teaching fellow.
I am familiar with your excellent institution.
I do not intend to perform a full autopsy, but a preliminary examination should be of some use.
Of course. May I have a look? Then we can compare notes.
Please. If you need any help, I won't be far away.
Yeah, you can leave now. The real man is here.
Yeah, he's a doctor.
Why are you assuming he's from Kenya?
He said he's from Kenya!
Oh, he did? I missed that.
I must admit I'm not
I think he's
right
younger.
this time. Et voilà.
Well, he did. There's so many clues.
Oop.
So many things and stuff.
Okay, that's what I have to do.
As you see, the victim has been stabbed many times. Several alone would have been fatal.
Yes, I agree. An attack most savage.
I will, of
Just
course,
looked at crap
prepare a
himself.
complete report on my findings.
Thank you.
I'll take photos.
I have my phone, it still works. Oh, the watch is still going, but it's broken.
The watch is broken. The hands are stopped at 1:15
Oh no, it stopped, he's
a.m.
right.
One would
Yeah, look,
expect
it's
that
stopped.
to be the time when the attack occurred.
Yes. This must have been when he was a bitch. A gun? I'll take that.
Nice gun, too.
Is that a high point? Because high points are pieces of shit.
Oh, it didn't help this guy.
Last night, Monsieur Ratchet said he takes precautions. I see now what he meant. He knew he was in danger and wanted to be ready. Yet it was no use to him. I
Also,
will leave
this
it
is
here
why the
for
woman said there was
police.
somebody in her room.
Last night, he knew I will leave it. This phone was deliberately smashed.
I'm pretty sure that was a high point now that I'm looking
This
at it.
phone was deliberately smashed.
I'll put it in the chat. Does look oddly similar, doesn't it?
I think the nose is a little longer.
I think it is, but I think I may have just not gotten the correct caliber or model. That maybe that one's a 45 and not a
It
9
belonged
mil.
to
This is a
Ratchet?
9 mil that's in the chat.
You can tell somebody on this train was an asshole. They're vaping. Anything else? Nothing on the...
Yeah, it was 5 high point. That's exactly what it was.
I'm sorry, Doctor, but I must question you.
Of course. I must be considered under suspicion like everyone else.
May I know your movements last night?
I share compartment 101 with Mr. Book. He would not stop talking about his beloved train. I listened to him for hours talking about his Orient Express.
My friend Book will no doubt confirm this. Did you know the victim?
Not at all. I noticed him last night at dinner, but I did not pay much attention.
Did you touch anything in here this morning?
I checked for a pulse. There
Just
was none.
myself.
Rigor mortis had commenced. The body was cool to the touch. I touched nothing else.
What can you tell me about the victim?
He died from multiple stab wounds of varying angles and depth. More than one would have been fatal. I would place the time of death roughly between midnight and 2 a.m. With more time, I hope I can be more precise.
I mean, the watch does say 1.
I assume the open window complicates matters.
Indeed. Conditions are not perfect.
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
Where can the killer have gone? The snow is falling only lightly this morning. The murderer would have left tracks in the snow if he had jumped out the window.
The window is supposed to be a false lead. Sleep medicine? Yep.
A box of sleeping
Pharma
pills.
sleep 3,000, you say? One of those is worth 7 bottles of Valium.
I wonder what could be in this photo.
Looks like a cat.
Yeah, it looks like a kitty cat.
I wonder what could be.
Do I get to put it together?
Maybe. Restore the
This
torn
door
picture.
communicates with compartment 204. The latch is open on this side.
That remember the woman did say.
Okay, we need a combo. Do we have a safe combo? Okay.
Okay, so there's still more for me to inspect.
Yeah, there's another 8 things in here. Oh, here we go. Alright, so you can do the corner pieces pretty easily. That's the up... you can't turn these, right?
No.
Okay.
Although oh, yes, I can, actually.
Oh.
It's not like the last one.
Try and get all the corner pieces if you can, because those are going to be the ones that you know 100%. Oh, okay, there you go.
I mean, this is a fairly easy picture, I'm gonna be real. Come here. Finicky. No, you come here. It's a very cute kitty.
It's evil.
For Daisy. Interesting. That was easy.
Okay, so we have to find out what the combo to his safe is.
It looks like there is. There it is.
A
A
napkin or a
handkerchief.
handkerchief?
There's a letter H embroidered on it.
Nothing else about it.
I'm sure I will find some interesting things inside.
Okay. I don't understand.
I'm sure I will find some... I'm sure I...
There has to be a way for you. Instead of doing that, rotate it down.
I'm sure I will find some interesting...
Can you zoom in?
No.
I'm sure... I'm sure...
Because that has to light up.
I'm sure I... I'm sure I will find... I'm sure I will find...
I do see that there is
I'm
something
sure
in
I-
there.
I'm sure I will...
Alright, I'm coming back to that one. Fuck that thing.
There's something in the shower.
This door...
So, would the next room over also be considered part of the crime scene?
The chain lock is broken. The
Oh,
sinister
right.
told
Yeah,
me
they
that
had
he
to break
broke
it.
the chain on the door to get into the room.
Yeah. Which means it was locked, which means the only way that he would have been able to get in would have been from the other room.
Which
is
the
why that
woman
was
did say
padlocked.
somebody was in her room.
Yeah, she did. Alright, so... Broken lock. There we go.
Maria was able to get through the...
Okay, so that works.
No, not good.
Let's see here. Alright, so the broken lock and the guy, and the dude, the Porter coming in. That'll combine. And then the train car in the open window, or is it the open window? Okay, no, that combines.
So, the murderer must have exited through Madame Hubbard's room.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
Who are the two people who could have seen the murderer? What was it? Hubbard?
Who was the other yeah, okay.
That was easy.
Okay, so now we have to
interrogate, motherfucker. Interrogate. Do we have anything else we gotta find in here?
that fucking glass!
I'm sure I will find some interesting
There's
things
probably
inside.
something we have to use in conjunction with it.
It annoys me. There's nothing else I don't think here.
The window was selected.
Yeah, we got the window, so let's try questioning.
I shouldn't leave until I have finished inspecting the crime scene.
Okay, we already got the cat thing.
Oh, right up
there's
there.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a chest up there now. Not a chest, a fucking suitcase. Alright, what's in the hole? Looks like there's a document.
Expensive clothing, recently laundered.
Let's see. Alice was walking in the forest of 1,000 flowers. She picked 10 flowers to make a bouquet. Suddenly the bouquet turned into a butterfly, and the flowers on the ground began to multiply. There were twice as many. Alice arrived in front of the door that asked her, "If you want to get out of the forest, you must tell me how many flowers are left in the forest." Figure it out, because I think that's the code.
Oh, Alice was walking through the forest of 1,000 flowers. She picked 10 flowers to make a bouquet. Suddenly the bouquet turned into a butterfly, and the flowers on the ground began to multiply. There were twice as many. Alice arrived in front of a door that asked her how many. So that means you had 1,000, you minus 10 off, which means it's 990, and then that multiplied by 2 would be 1,818? No. 1,880, I believe. No, hang on a second. So 990, so that goes into 1,800, and then 90 and 90 again. Yeah, no, so that would be 1,980?
Chat got it before you.
I wasn't looking at the chat.
I know, I'm just saying.
Not very surprising.
I'll take that money. Call DC Orient Express.
Ratchet had
Yeah,
an appointment.
debrief
he
with
never
H.
keep.
Debrief with H, the handkerchief.
Yeah.
Ah, a meeting place on the back of a postcard. Someone with the initials AW. Ah, a meeting.
It. For each
Unusual letter, this.
For each person hurt, you will suffer the same harm. Your death is near. We never forget.
Okay.
Let's recap events. The two
Alright,
elements to
that's
help them.
okay. So you have the note. Oh, okay. I don't know if that one. I know the glass and the pills, and probably the gun and the paper as well. On his guard.
Think, Poirot.
Wait a minute,
That is
no.
not a good answer.
So
Why would he have taken
was-
sleeping pills if he was on
that's
guard?
what I mean. He was drugged.
Yeah. That is the big question.
I can't imagine Ratchet taking a sleeping pill if he feared for his life. I'm right again.
This is
That happens
Murder on
to
the
me a
Orient
lot.
Express.
Yep. Agatha Christie game. Ratchet's employees. So one of his employees was that dude. Who else would have been his employee, though?
That's a good question. Maybe Mr. Masterman?
Would it have been? Okay,
Yeah?
there you go.
That's the right answer.
Interrogate Ratchet's secretary, interrogate Ratchet's valet. We also still have to deal with the sleeping
I think
pills,
I've seen
which we
everything I
recovered.
need at the moment. I am counting on you to finish your analysis.
I'll have a more detailed report for you as soon as I can.
Okay.
Now we can leave.
So, Poirot, did you find anything out?
It's a bit
Well, he's
early
dead.
for the handcuffs, my friend. Even for Hercule Poirot. Do not worry, mon ami. I believe our culprit has no plans to strike again. Monsieur Ratchet was the target. Of that I am convinced. Tell me, Book, how did you spend last night?
This is a joke, I hope. Don't you trust your old friend?
My friend, calm yourself. I must hear your story in order to corroborate other accounts.
Ah, naturally. Let me see. I went
You
to my
did it.
compartment after dinner. Dr. Constantine was already there. We talked about his career. He's a Cambridge man, you know. After university, he returned to his country and has done much good there. He was so interested in the Orient Express. I told him all the anecdotes I know. I'm not certain when we fell asleep, but it was very late.
Everyone
Here
knows
is what I
Poirot
have
did it.
found out. Monsieur Ratchet was stabbed many times.
We're going
I
with
also
the,
found threatening letters in
murder
his
she wrote
safe.
thing?
He had a loaded gun.
That was what I
under
was
his
the-
pillow,
yeah.
So he was on guard, ready
It
to
does make that
defend
show
himself.
funnier.
However, there was an empty glass with white residue at the bottom. I suspect a barbiturate. Perhaps he was forced to take it. In any case, I am certain he was unconscious, unable to defend himself. I also found several other items at the crime scene, possibly related to the murder. They must be investigated.
By all means, Poirot. As fast as you can.
I also found liquid for an electronic cigarette, but I could not find a vape. This might belong to the murderer.
This criminal is an amateur.
This was the 30s. We could still have
I need a
cigarettes.
list of the passengers with their compartment numbers.
Pierre Michel will have it.
I must interview the rest of the passengers and the staff.
I'll be in the bar car if you need me. We are hours late. Soon I hope help will arrive.
Oh, that's fucking nasty.
No, Davina, you are 100% correct. That is why you always sleep back to back. Also, putting in parentheses that it's a joke, we understand it's a joke.
So, apparently one of the marketing things for the new Lilo and Stitch was Stitch Meat, which is
Kinky.
food-colored ground beef.
So it's food colored blue?
Yeah, it actually looks really repulsively nasty.
Why would you want to eat that? I don't want to eat meat that's blue.
I feel like that's actually going to be bad for you. Like, I don't know how I don't know how food coloring would mix with... Yeah, no, I saw it. Some shop apparently is selling it, and it's an official thing.
Well, also, to be fair, the way the government's been going against food dyes lately, it probably ain't healthy.
Yeah, no, I just... Oh my god, that's fucking nasty.
To be fair, even though people will not eat green burgers on St. Patrick's Day, they will drink green beer. I know that for a fact that does happen.
I've had the Shamrock Shake once. That was fucking disgusting.
No, they used to. I don't know if they do it anymore, but they used to actually serve green-dyed beer.
Yeah, I know about that.
So everybody would projectile vomit green.
Would cooking it change the color anyway? That's the other thing. Like, I'd be very curious about that.
Hang on a second. So you said it's called stitch meat?
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Finest of curling irons for the moustache.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh, wait a minute. It's actual. Hang on.
Please tell me it's a joke
to
that company was
perfect
making.
Symmetry of the moustache.
I can see it getting banned. That just seems fucking nasty. I think that's the room, yeah. So I went right back in there. Whoopsie. You just keep looking at the dead body.
Good morning, madam. I am Hercule Poirot.
Caroline Hubbard. What can I do for you, Mr. Poirot?
I am the bearer of unfortunate news.
It's obvious with all the commotion that something has happened.
Madame Hubbard, I am afraid your neighbor, Monsieur Ratchet, was murdered last night.
Oh my god. I knew it. I knew it!
It's just
I would
a
like
gag.
to ask you some questions, but first, may I inspect your room?
Of course, yes, you must.
That still looks fucking disgusting. That really does.
Yeah.
She's American. Of course, the annoying one's American.
My little gray cells did not let me down.
It does exist, though. It's clearly ground beef. I've seen the spam cans with the stitch labeling, but that there's nothing messed with inside of it. Yeah, that's the other thing. It does look like mold.
Here is a jacket button. It bears the logo of the Orient Express. This door connects to Monsieur Ratchet's compartment. It was latched on this side. The luxury of the Orient Express is present in every detail.
It is really nice. Can I look at that thing?
Haha! Golden moustache. Madame, please tell me about last night.
The murderer was right here in my compartment. I woke up. All in the dark it was. I was just so scared I couldn't scream. I pressed the call button. I pressed and pressed. I heard footsteps running in the corridor, then a knock on my door. "Come in!" I screamed. And I switched on the lights at the same time. And would you believe it? There wasn't a soul there.
You think he went back into the other compartment?
How do I know where he went? I had my eyes shut tight. The conductor came in. I told the man what had happened, and he didn't seem to believe me. I asked him to search the room, but he found nothing. I told the conductor to look at the door between the compartments, and sure enough, it wasn't bolted. Well, I soon saw to that. I told him to bolt it, then and there.
How is it you didn't bolt the door between the two compartments?
But I had. Well, as a matter of fact, I asked that Swedish lady, Olsen, Greta, if it was bolted, and she said it was.
How could not see for yourself?
I was already in bed, and my toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was.
What time was it when you asked her to do this for you?
Oh, it must have been around 10:30 or 10:45 p.m. She'd come along to see if I had an aspirin. But instead of opening my door, she opened Mr. Ratchet's door by mistake. He said something quite rude, like, "Not a chance, lady, you're too old." It shocked her. She
Yeah, I
came
already
in.
planned
I
on
told
playing
her
it,
where
right?
to find the aspirin, and she got it out of my toiletry bag. Poor girl, she didn't have a good night.
The same could be said for Monsieur Ratchet. It appears Mademoiselle Olsen may be the last person to see Ratchet alive.
Okay, this is actually funny.
What?
So, while the meat is a gag, the company that produces some of that stuff, yeah, there's some other stuff, because I actually read the packaging. So it's a company called Obvious Plant, and they actually make fake labels and stuff to put on food as like a gag for your friends.
Oh!
Yeah, yeah, there's go, erotic lasagna.
Erotic lasagna, that one's pretty good.
I'll link the site in here because the site has all the stuff on it, and there's nothing terribly obscene, so it's not like we're gonna get nailed for anything.
Yeah, no, I didn't see the site. Somebody had sent that to me and said this is fucked up.
Yeah, there's one. Barely any glass apple pie filling. Those ones are for cans. Shrimp tips. This literally has tips for shrimp.
100% regret.
Is this your handkerchief?
No, not at all.
Yet it is embroidered with an initial H, like your name.
I don't care, it's not mine, and I would certainly never buy something so impractical as that frilly thing.
Are you
you're a
a
bitch.
smoker?
No, definitely not. Filthy habit.
I found a jacket button on your table. It looks like it belongs to a train employee. The button bears the logo of the Orient Express.
Well, of course the conductor came in last night, but he didn't go near that table.
Still, it's a safe bet that it belongs to the conductor. I'll check his jacket later, to be sure. I have not finished inspecting your room. If you don't mind,
Oh my god, they have like a stupidest animals calendar. This is hilarious.
I feel like I should be able to look at the toiletry bag. There it is, now I can.
let's see if Mrs. Hubbard was telling the truth about the latch of the connecting door. This hook is probably where Mrs. Hubbard hung her toiletry bag. I can see the
There's your
latch
toiletry
very well
bag.
from here, even with the toiletry bag attached. I'll have to clear that up with Mrs. Hubbard.
So she was lying.
Mrs. Hubbard, you told me that the door connecting the two compartments was closed, correct?
Yes, it was, as I told you. I was already in bed and my toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was. That's why I asked Miss Olsen to check if it was closed.
That does not prove she's lying.
Oh, wrong one.
Are you sure everything you've told me is accurate, Madame Hubbard?
Of course. I have an excellent memory.
Mrs. Hubbard, I tested putting your toiletry bag on the door hook as you told me. From your bed, you can easily see the latch on the door. The toiletry bag does not hide the latch at all.
Are you saying I'm lying? It may have been stuck somehow in a different position, or I may not have seen it in the darkness. Or I didn't think to look, you irritating man.
Details matter, madame. A man has been most savagely murdered. You will excuse me if I attempt to separate the truth from the false.
Forget my toiletry bag and focus on who entered my compartment. Probably after killing Mr. Ratchet.
Madame Hubbard is a force to be reckoned with, but I suspect I'm not done with her.
Thank you for your assistance, madame.
She totally is hiding something. Or she's just a bitch. Take your pick. I
She's
sense a
probably-
Karen 100%.
Yeah, no, she's 100% a Karen. She's gonna make sure you bring in your goddamn trash cans on time.
Monsieur Michel, I
10
must
minutes
ask
more
you
and you're
a
getting
few
fined.
questions if you don't mind.
I will do everything I can to help.
First of all, tell me about yourself.
Very well. My name, as you know, is Pierre Michel. I am from Calais. I've been with the company for over 15 years.
Thank you.
No,
he's not.
no.
French?
Et voilà. Can you provide me with a listing of the passengers and their rooms, please?
Yes, certainly.
Are you a smoker?
Indeed.
Do you smoke e-cigarettes?
No. Tobacco only.
I would like to reconstruct with your help the events of last night. Monsieur Ratchet retired to bed. When?
Almost immediately after dinner, sir. Actually, before we left Belgrade.
Did anybody go into his compartment after that?
His valet, monsieur. Monsieur Masterman. And then his secretary, the young American gentleman. Monsieur McQueen.
And that is the last time you saw or heard of him?
No, monsieur. You forget that Monsieur Ratchet rang his bell around 12:40 a.m., soon after we had stopped. I knocked at the door, but he called out in French, "Ce n'est rien, je me suis trompé." I then left to answer another bell that had just rung.
Where were you at 1:15 a.m.?
I was sitting on my little seat at the end of the car, facing up the corridor.
Are you sure?
I left a little after 1 a.m. to speak about the snow with my colleague Jean in the bar car. I came back later. There was a call. I remember speaking to you.
Indeed,
Listen,
I
you
remember.
fucking rooftop
Carry
Korean.
on.
It was the
I don't know
American
shit about
lady,
France.
Madame Hubbard. She thought she saw a man in her compartment. Then,
An
around
American.
1:50 a.m., I made the bed for Monsieur Ratchet's secretary, Monsieur McQueen. He had spent the evening talking with the English Captain Arbuthnot. At 2 a.m., I returned to my
Nobody gives a
place
fuck
and
about
stayed
the
there
French.
until dawn.
What is the last station where we stopped?
Vinkovsky.
Could someone have come on board?
Possibly.
I
I was
also
very
wasn't paying
busy.
attention. Shut up,
Owing
Jack.
to the weather, we were a few minutes late. We left at 12:10 a.m.
This is why you get yelled at, chat.
I found a button from an Orient Express staff jacket. Did you lose one by any chance?
No, monsieur. As you can see, I have all my buttons. It is not mine.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like here with turtles.
Activity. Oh, okay. So, spot until the morning. So
Okay. Stays at his post. Reconstruct the activity of Mr. Michel.
Woo! First go,
There you
too.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
I've seen Chinese restaurants just grab snapping turtles and do stuff with them. That has happened.
2 elements to help.
And yes, it was turtle soup.
While Monsieur Michel was chatting with Monsieur Fauchet in the bar car between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., the murderer could have escaped Ratchet's room without being seen. My little grey cells did not let me down.
Sweet.
Very well, I choose to go this way.
Oh! So I can change that.
Intuitions allow you to draw your own. Is Miss Hubbard a suspect?
I said
Good
no.
question. Is Mr. Michel a suspect?
He wasn't
Or
at
he
his
just-
post.
Everyone's a suspect.
This direction looks promising. According to the information I have, this is a solid choice.
Everybody is a suspect unless you can prove that they aren't.
What are these skanks doing?
I'm sorry. There's nothing I can add to what I've already told you.
It's the only way that makes sense. Can
I just assumed the New York Times were fucking idiots, but
They are. New York's also going closer and closer to you know what.
if something has been around for more than a year, it's legally impossible to spoil it for others. That is not true in any way, shape, or form. Because spoiling something is subjective to the individual. I don't know if there's a legal precedent for that. Has somebody sued somebody over this?
Exquisitely
Oh my
sculpted
god,
friend.
yes. I would laugh so hard if someone did. I want
I
to
was
see the
just scared-
judge's face during that entire thing.
That's what I mean. Like, if he's saying it from a legal perspective, like it's legally impossible, does that mean somebody has sued over that?
Probably tried. But I would think probably
Recipe-
around the Harry Potter time, remember?
Recipes from the world of Tolkien. That might actually be delicious as long as you're not going, as long as you're just going by hobbits, because they're all stoners. Yes, you can sue somebody for a lot of different reasons, but I'm saying if you sue somebody for spoiling something and causing you, I don't know, what
Yeah,
would it
no,
be,
the better
mental distress
question
or
is how
something?
far did the lawsuit go?
Yeah, I imagine that was laughed out of court.
I wonder
if it
if
wasn't-
someone did try during the time. Remember the people driving around ruining the Harry Potter book?
Vaguely, but I mean that was also. Wait a minute, you mean the movie? When
No, the
Deathly
book,
Hallows
the
came
books,
out?
the one that they got the early release copy of, and people found out and were driving around during the release yelling the big.
Oh.
That happened.
So they got sued over that?
No, I'm saying I wonder if that would have been a thing that people would have actually threatened to sue over. Yeah, they yelled Snape killed Dumbledore. It was fucking hilarious.
So, Poirot,
Dumbledore.
I hope you are
I'd say
progressing in your
that on
investigation.
I have
I'm
not
making
finished
fun of
yet,
the old
but
puppet
it
pals.
is progressing, yes. I still have many questions that must be answered. I will report to you
Remember
as
they used
soon
to
as
call
I
him
can.
Dumbledore?
I vaguely remember that for a very brief period of time, and then it was no longer around.
It was like the only Harry Potter thing I actually liked. Where are the others? Probably back in there.
What the?
What?
Uh,
Did the stream kick your ass out again?
no, it didn't. What the hell is this? Oh. Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't know why it's saying that.
I'm so confuzzled.
Monsieur Edward Masterman, I believe. May I ask you some questions?
I can barely talk. I have a terrible toothache.
We have a doctor on board the train. Perhaps...
I do not need a doctor. I use essential oils. If you can find my flask of clove oil in my box, I would be grateful.
Fine, if you insist. I will help you.
My god, man! Just get the fucking thing yanked.
By the smell, I think that the jojoba oil spilled on the other bottles, leaving their labels illegible. I must find another way to find which one is Masterman's toothache remedy.
Oh, you suck.
The weighing scale is soaked in jojoba oil. It's unusable. Ah, this old scale will do the job. To start, I must first arrange the vials from the lightest to the heaviest.
No one has been sued. People are actually looking this up now.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I'm pretty sure after it has already been released, there is no legal way to actually sue them. At least not in American courts. Yes, no, I agree with you. It would be laughed out of court for something like that in most cases.
Now that I know the order, I think that I can easily guess which one is the clove oil.
So...
Yeah, I mean, people have been beat up outside movie theaters for screaming shit like that before. That's not anything new. The assault you could definitely sue someone over.
5.
Here is Monsieur Masterman's remedy.
Here is your remedy. I
Would
hope it will
clove
help.
even work on a toothache?
Thank you very much, sir.
No idea.
Ah, well. I can finally speak without too much pain. I'm ready to answer your questions.
You are Monsieur Ratchet's valet?
Yes, sir. That is correct.
Were you told that your employer was murdered?
Yes, sir. A very shocking occurrence.
Let's be real, if your tooth is hurting, who the fuck cares?
About what?
About your boss being murdered.
Yeah.
Now that man is maybe 39, just unlucky.
It is. No, you're right, it is. It is a dick move to spoil
That
something
was
like that, like
easy.
right outside the movie that people want to go see.
I've seen people do that too. That doesn't usually end up well for the person doing it.
At
See, that's the
what
thing, I'm
hour
immune to
did you
spoilers
last
because
see
I don't
Monsieur
care.
Ratchet?
It must have been around 9 p.m., sir. That or a little after.
I only
I
get
went to
pissy if
bed
I'm playing a
around
game and somebody
10:30
comes in
p.m.,
and spoils
same as the
shit,
person
and
who
I
shares
haven't
my
played
room.
the game before.
Mr.
That also
That
ruins
is-
the experience for a lot
He
of
almost
people.
immediately began
That is true
snoring.
with a game, definitely.
What did you
more
do
so.
then?
I read, sir, and I spent a while soothing my toothache with clove oil and listening to the snoring.
Did
Somebody
you
look up this
hear
clove oil
anything
thing. I'm
during
actually
the
curious
night?
if it works.
Yes, my
I
roommate
thought that was an old
snoring.
snake oil thing. See, here's the
Are
thing,
you
though,
a smoker?
Yes, sir. I have a cigarette now and then to relax.
here's the
Go
thing,
for it.
Chimkuza, is I've been to movie theaters dozens and dozens and dozens of probably over 100 times in my life at least, and I've never had that situation come up. So
I've heard people talking when they leave the theater, like just talking
Yeah,
about
but
stuff,
that-
and like
but that's-
even when we do it, we try not to talk about things that'll be spoilers until we're in the car.
Oh, I don't give a fuck at that point. I'm walking out of the theater. If other people are eavesdropping on me, they can eat dick. That's not my problem. It just happens to not come up that much. But the point is that it's different than people like openly broadcasting to other people,
I
like
saw one
screaming it
dude do
or
it once in a
deliberately telling
line.
people.
I saw one dude do it once in a line for a movie, but it was so obviously fucking fake. It was funny because like one or two people like believed him.
How long does a game have to exist for it not to be considered spoiling? It depends on where it sits in the pub. It's a subjective thing, man. I tried to tell you this before. It's subjective. If you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, somebody can spoil it for you. It's just when it pisses people off. Like if it's a 10-year-old game and you're telling me about it in conversation, I'm not going to be pissed because it's from 10 years ago. But if she's playing it on stream and somebody does it, then it ruins the whole experience for her and everybody else involved.
It's also why I do ask people if they like. I have said this before on games that I've done that obviously, that's older that I'm showing off because I really like it. I will ask you guys how many people in the chat haven't seen the game before because there are stuff I want to talk about that obviously, if we get enough people to say, "Oh, I've never seen this game before," I don't want to spoil things for you guys. But yeah, we have had people come in. I was doing a game like every Halloween and somebody spoiled the entire ending for it. So that put an end to me doing that on Halloweens. Because I did like 10 or 20 episodes, all October. And we were getting close to the end and somebody's like, "Oh, I didn't know this happened." "Oh, I can't believe this happened, and this happened. And I got it confirmed. And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, now I'm done with the series. Fuck you."
Which Nazi killing game?
Speaking of, you got the DLC for the Nazi killing game.
Ooh.
They liked your video.
I think those are the ones where you get to shoot Hitler.
What, Wolfenstein?
Yeah, I mean, it also doesn't exactly count when the next entry sucks. At that point, it's more of a warning.
Yeah.
Tell me about your employer,
I hope you
Monsieur
paused the
Ratchet.
recording. Hell no,
I've
I
been
didn't.
working for him for 9 months. I should not wish to speak ill of the dead, but he was not a gentleman, sir.
Did you know that he had enemies?
Yes, sir. I heard him discussing some threatening letters, sir, with Mr. McQueen.
Did he mention these letters to you?
He had been reading a letter when I came in. He asked me if I was the one who put it in his compartment. I told him that I had done no such thing, and he should report it to the police at the next station.
How did he respond?
He laughed, sir.
You're joking.
I do not joke, sir.
Forgive me, I can see you do not. Was he taking sleeping pills?
Always when traveling by train, sir. He said he couldn't sleep otherwise. Last night he asked me to give him 2. I did so, along with a glass of water. He dissolved them in the water.
Did you see him drink the water?
No, sir. I left right after I gave him the pills.
Huh, but he wanted to stay awake, it seemed.
Was Monsieur
Unless the gun
Ratchet
was
a
a
smoker?
plant.
No, he finds smokers disgusting.
Can you tell me again why you gave sleeping pills to Monsieur Ratchet?
Yes, I gave him the pills because when he takes the train, he has trouble sleeping. The letter must have worried him. He specifically asked me to prepare the sleeping pills. I didn't see him drink the water with the pills in it.
Unless he was using
Wait,
it.
wait. Is it stealing when it's a corpse or grave robbing? Yes, that is still stealing.
Grave robbing means you're stealing.
Monsieur, I believe you are not telling me the truth.
What? How can you say that?
We heard Monsieur Ratchet call out during the night around 20 to 1. It's doubtful he called out after he took the sleeping pills, but it's possible he took them later.
He asked me to make his drink for him. Maybe he drank it later.
That's true, but it doesn't explain why Ratchet would want to take sleeping pills later that night.
How could he ask you for sleeping pills when he had a meeting written in his agenda?
I am very sure he had no meeting planned for the middle of last night.
Masterman is right. The meeting in his agenda was not that day.
He received threatening letters, one, it seems, last night. Did you know he had a gun under his pillow? And even asked for my help to watch over him? I find it strange that he asked you for sleeping pills when he was afraid for his life and prepared to defend himself.
I'm sure I don't know. Maybe to calm his nerves, maybe out of habit.
It makes no sense.
Wait, please. Isn't it possible that Mr. Ratchet asked me to prepare the pills, but didn't plan to drink them for some reason?
It is possible. But I am a student of character, monsieur, and the Monsieur Ratchet you describe is not the man I met.
If you'll excuse me, my toothache is getting worse again.
I'm afraid
Get
this
the fuck
time
out of
you
my
must
room, mustache
prepare
man.
your own clove oil.
Yeah, no, we caught your ass.
Understand, I am going to smack the shit out of you.
I'm going to make that toothache much, much worse.
I'm going to pull out your teeth, and then if you don't tell me the truth, I will pull out your fucking fingernails.
Are you just playing Candy Crush?
I believe I am addressing
Yes.
Monsieur Hector McQueen.
Guilty as charged.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, sorry. Just an expression. My father used to say it.
You must have had an interesting childhood. I am Hercule Poirot.
No need to be modest. You're a detective.
You are Monsieur Ratchet's secretary?
I am Mr. Ratchet's secretary. Just over a year. I mainly take care of translating certain texts for him. Mr. Ratchet only speaks English.
Prepare yourself for a shock. Your employer, Monsieur Ratchet, is dead.
So they got him after all.
What do you mean? You are assuming he was murdered?
I know he had enemies.
Yeah? No? He's like, oh, thank God he's finally gone.
What can you tell me about Monsieur Ratchet?
He was American. He was an antiques dealer. I don't know much more. Mr. Ratchet never talked about himself or his life. But I think Ratchet wasn't his real name. And he left the United States to run away from something. Or someone.
Yes?
He started getting letters. Threatening letters.
Do you still have them?
I have one.
Did you know that Monsieur Ratchet had asked for my help?
Asked you? No, I didn't know.
He knew he was in danger. When did you last see him?
Last night around 10 o'clock, I should say.
Did you like your employer, Monsieur McQueen?
No, I did not. He was, I'm sure, a cruel and dangerous man.
He was a dick.
Can you tell me
I
your
think they gave him a
movements last
Texan
night?
accent.
I went back to my compartment. I read a little. In Belgrade, I went out onto the platform to smoke, but it was cold. I quickly went back in. I then went to Mr. Ratchet's compartment to take some dictation for him. I left around 10 o'clock. I saw Captain Arbuthnot. We ended up chatting in my compartment. Then we went out on the platform to quickly stretch our legs at Vinkovsky. He left around 2 o'clock.
Thank you.
I will need to check Monsieur McQueen's story with Captain Arbuthnot.
I found a diary in Monsieur Ratchet's safe. Did you know about it?
I kept a business appointment book, but I know he had a personal diary as well. That looks like it.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, I smoke cigarettes. I've tried to quit, but
no luck.
Can you give me this letter, please?
Of course, here it is.
Time to die. I mean... Yeah. Okay. That's a threatening letter, all right.
Was Monsieur Ratchet a smoker?
No, he hated the smell of smoke.
Message not clear. Can't look at anything in the room. Select the two elements of interest from encountering with Mr. Michel on the evening of the murder. Yeah, that is weird. So that wasn't him. It wasn't him calling out.
The murderer may have impersonated Ratchet by calling Monsieur Michel to make it seem that Ratchet was still alive at 12:37 a.m.
Et voilà.
Hypothesis of the night of the crime. Ratchet takes sleeping pills. The murderer enters Ratchet's room. He kills him with the gun and hides it under his pillow. No. Ratchet takes the sleeping pills. The murderer enters Ratchet's room. He stabs him with a knife. He calls Mr. Michel to believe that Ratchet is alive. He opens the window and escapes, but the train is stuck in the snow. Murderer enters Ratchet. Stabs him with a knife. He goes, "Can I read it?"
I must admit
No,
I'm
I
not.
think it's this one.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
This is the most likely answer.
He seemed suspect, but he doesn't. McQueen doesn't.
According to the information I have, this is a solid choice.
Report the situation. Buck might be in his room? No, he's still being a bitch. It's not him. You still dead in here? Yeah.
Alive!
Stab him again, he's still moving. Isn't that always sunny? Yeah, it is. Where is he? There he is.
So, my friend, have you found our killer?
Not yet, but I will tell you what I have learned.
Please.
Our assassin could have gotten on the train at Vinkovsky disguised as a conductor, entered Ratchet's room, and killed him. Then he walked out through Madame Hubbard's connecting door, where he lost a button from his jacket. He had to wait for Monsieur Michel to be absent. He waited too long. The train had left the station.
He was trapped aboard.
Indeed. He had opened the window to make it look that he'd escaped that way. However, If he waited until the train stopped again due to snow, his footprints would have been found.
The murderer is still among us. On the train.
There's a problem with the second-class toilets.
What now?
All morning passengers
no.
have been complaining
Pooh.
that the door is locked, so I went to check. I knocked, but no one answered. I didn't think I should open it without speaking to you first.
You did well, Monsieur Michel. Lead the way.
I used my master key.
But who is she? Is she alive?
She is breathing.
Then if she isn't dead, isn't she our murderer?
That, my friend, is what we must find out.
Go on, Kiwi, go on. Alright, let's see. That or she was knocked out.
Is she the killer? Bum bum
Ticket
bum.
reads Joanna Locke, traveling in compartment 105.
Okay.
Miss, can you hear me?
No.
She's breathing. Her pulse is strong. There is no sign of physical violence. This woman is sleeping very soundly.
Sleeping pills.
This woman is
drunk.
sound asleep. Given her location, I would say she has been drugged and deposited here.
Well, at least it's not another murder on my train.
Give it time.
The train is, of course, full.
Monsieur, the list I gave you indicates that Hildegard Schmidt shares her compartment.
I will want to talk to her later. For now, we will concentrate on this mysterious young lady. Let's return her to her more comfortable bed.
Good idea. Pierre, locate this woman's room and fetch the doctor.
Yes, sir.
I will question her when she wakes up.
Please, let me know what you learn.
Mademoiselle Locke's compartment is 105. I suggest we return her to her more comfortable bed.
Yes, hopefully she will awaken soon.
Okay, let's search around.
A cup of tea with white residue at the bottom.
It's a very small room to try to look around.
Well, we could burn him.
So we have to figure that out. Oh!
A briefcase and a wagon lit conductor's jacket. And a button is missing.
Interesting. We need to get that code. Is there anything else in there that might tell us anything? It feels too obvious. This is somebody planted it.
A briefcase and a wagon lit conductor's...
Because we don't know if that's her briefcase. Let's see, what else can I look at? Is there anything... Can I look at her? Anything else? That's the only thing on the table I can look at, okay. Anything else? Moby Dick. Nice.
Moby's dick?
Yes.
Yes.
There's gotta be something else I can look at. What year did Moby Dick come out?
The book?
Yes.
I assume it was in the 1920s, but I'll check. Maybe probably before that, actually. It's probably in the 1800s.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it was published on October 18th, 1851.
Oh.
Is it
I
the
see
date
what I
Moby
have
Dick
to
was
do.
published?
No, keep quiet.
Okay.
No, that's mine. I never remember my passwords, so I make them easy ones. We really need to find the combination. Have you tried 0000? If you need a break, I can ask Jean to make you some coffee. So, Poirot, any luck so far?
You're gonna
Have
make
you
this
tried
difficult,
one,
aren't
2,
you?
3, 4? Poirot, I'm disappointed
Oh my
in you.
god!
I was certain you would have it by now. But of course you... It is booby-trapped, is it? Poirot, what if the briefcase is booby-trapped?
Shut up!
So, Poirot, any luck so far? Have you tried 0000?
I'm gonna go smack
we really
him!
need to find the combination.
Have fun.
No, that's mine.
Oh
never
my
remember
god,
my
I know what they're
passwords.
doing and I
So-
hate it. Shut up!
Book. Silent like a mouse, please.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'll be quiet now. You need to concentrate. I will not utter another word. Not one.
Book. There will be another murder on the Orient Express in a moment.
Yeah, there will. And crashed. The stream died? Wait, what? Oh, Huh? Did it?
Sorry, I forgot I was muted. Yeah, no, it says stream paused on the,
I didn't press anything to do that. Hold on, I'll fix it. Take
What are you
number
doing,
2
Dad?
because the game killed the stream.
Poirot, what if the briefcase is booby-trapped?
For the love of God, shut
Book.
up.
Silent like a mouse, please.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'll be quiet now. You need to concentrate. I will not utter another word. Not one.
Book. There will be another murder on the Orient Express in a moment.
because I will bludgeon you to death with this fucking suitcase!
Got it.
And now we open. Oh god, it's full of porn. Oh, that's where the cat
The
came
stuffed animal is the same as in the photo found at the crime scene.
What a coincidence.
Mademoiselle Locke appears to have been investigating Monsieur Ratchet.
Mademoiselle Locke seems very interested in our victim.
Of course. She has studied her target.
Possibly.
He's very interested in some things. Ooh.
This badge says that Joanna Locke is an American detective with the Berkshire Police Department in Massachusetts.
An American police officer? Oh,
Can't escape it, can you?
No. Can we chuck her off the train?
We
Her
might.
driver's license confirms her identity.
That is also
She
not
is
a...
American.
Actually,
these are fake
no, that
IDs.
is a
It's
current... That is a current Massachusetts driver's license.
You guys don't have the hologram pictures?
We do, but I don't think that's edited in there. You can see like that's the state house on the right, and then the other one I think is one of the state seals. Normally those are reflective.
Okay.
And a Glock.
She has a gun.
Come, Poirot. Criminals are often known to carry one.
Ratchet was stabbed, not shot.
But then
She's an
why
American.
take
You
it
go
on
to
the
hell.
train?
Look, she's waking up.
Thanks to
Imagine if this was-
you, I would not be surprised if our murder victim were also waking up.
What?
Yeah. I wish Dirty Harry was here in this. Because he just pistol whipped people until I told them what the hell happened.
What's all the yelling about?
Who are you? Give me a good reason why you should not be in handcuffs.
I can give you a reason, Book. Whose handcuffs will we use? I have none. Do you?
Well,
You are Joanna Locke, mademoiselle?
Yes, Joanna Locke. I'm a detective. Berkshire, Massachusetts Police.
I have found your credentials, mademoiselle.
And I know who you are, Mr. Poirot.
Then, if the introductions are complete, perhaps the explanations may begin.
I'll try. It's simple, really. I'm on the trail of a murderer.
It was not in the book.
Yeah, her entire character is just specifically for this game. She was never present in the book.
I had
or
just
any of
been
the other
promoted to
media.
detective after 5 years on patrol. It was my first time on a major case. It had been a month since Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped. The Armstrongs were desperate for some sign of hope. I was there only for paperwork, to fill in some blanks.
Oh yeah, she's also your second playable character in the game.
So we will leave it here, and we will look at this again next time. Thank you guys for joining us.